All right, welcome back. We're still on the matter, and I still have my friends with me. We're talking the FIFA, the best FIFA awards. Let's look at the FIFA Pro 11 and talk about it, and I'll get the views of all the guys with me if there's somebody that should be there that's not there, or or if they're okay with their level. So let's just quickly see the 11, and we look at the women, we look at the men as well. But our discussion majorly will be on the one for the guys. So let's just quickly do that for you. We start with the late. Okay, start with the guys then. Anyway, all right. Goalkeeper Alison Becker. That's we'll talk about this. Let me resist the temptation to say something. Alison Becker is from Brazil, plays for Liverpool. Trent Alexander-Arnold from England, plays for Liverpool. Sergio Ramos plays for Spain. He's from Spain, plays for Real Madrid. And Virgil van Dijk is from the Netherlands. He plays for Liverpool. Alphonso Davies plays for Bayern. He's from Canada. Those are the defenders. Midfielders, it appears like the voters went for a 4-3-3. So Kevin De Bruyne from Belgium. He plays for Manchester City. Thiago Alcantara is from Spain. He played for Bayern Munich majorly during the time under review, but he's currently on the books of Liverpool. And Mr. Versatile, Joshua Kimmich from Germany, and plays for Bayern Munich. And the forwards, Lionel Messi, is from Argentina, plays for Barcelona. Robert Lewandowski from Poland, plays for Bayern Munich. And Cristiano Ronaldo is from Portugal. He plays for Juventus. Get back into it. Talking sports, talking football, the best FIFA awards tonight. Let me go to Tunde Koiki quickly. Let's talk about it. I don't know if you agree with this one. Okay, maybe I'll just give the question to Segun. I'll get back to Tunde in a bit. Segun, I know Alison Becker is a good goalkeeper. A lot of us think he's good. But a lot of people are like, okay, if he's not the best goalkeeper according to your awards, how come? I know there are issues with how the winners, how they arrive at the winners, but does this look like a contradiction to you?
Well, it does in a way, because how can you say someone is the best goalkeeper then they don't make a team? This, I think FIFA has to be a bit more transparent to people to let us, fans, if I can use that word, sort of understand how they go into the selection and how they make the team and put things in place, because it's quite confusing when you look at it. Although different goalkeepers have different qualities, and when the votes are casted, people come up with decisions. Your decision might be different from mine, but there has to be some sort of uniformity, if I can use that word. If a keeper is the best keeper, then obviously they should make the team. So it's when you look at it in clear terms, is a bit, not straightforward. That's the word for me to use.
All right. Let me go to Tunde now. Thank you, Shaq. Let me go to Tunde now. I know you like Alison Becker. I do as well. But is this a contradiction?
Yes, it is. It is. Manuel Neuer also had another stellar season as well with Bayern Munich. And the fact that he, the disparity in the awards, right, it raises lots of questions as regards how these things are achieved. For the FIFA Pro, how they choose the players, I don't know. But for the FIFA Best 11, it's very clear. It's captains, coaches, also online voting as well, and 200 media representatives. So that somewhat gives a kind of balanced view. But for the FIFA Pro, it's pretty difficult as well. Alison Becker also had a great season as well. Won the league with Liverpool as well. Was the key part of that title-winning squad with Liverpool. But this always raises lots of questions. For example, I also have issues with one of the players that was on that list. I felt that Andy Robertson of Liverpool also had a great shout to be named in that FIFA 11 as well. Had a stellar season as well, 12 assists in all competitions, 3 goals. Alphonso Davies really came to life towards the latter part of last season as well, especially in the latter stages of the Champions League. Phenomenal young man, had a fantastic season. Hats off to him. He also deserves to be there, but maybe because of my biased for Andy Robertson. I would have thought United had a shot, but like I said, it's pretty difficult to find out how exactly these decisions are reached. But Alisson Becker or Manuel Neuer, either one of them would have been a great shouting for to be named the goalkeeper in that FIFA 11.
Okay, thank you today. Bolu, let me go to you now. You've talked about something that looks like contradiction. Is there anybody that you think should have? Tunde has given us his own. Andrew Robertson, we know where it's coming from. We know where it's coming from. But for you, is there anybody that should? And by the way, the selectors have gone for 4-3-3, so you probably put that in mind when you.
Well, if possible, I would have taken out Ronaldo and Messi. It would have caused lots of controversies here, but there's a certain young man who, according to Arsenal, maybe was not good enough. Or I think even when he went on loan, they said he was not good enough. That's Segun Jegede. He's turned out to be one of the best players we have now. He had a very, very good season. We are taking out Lewandowski from the Liverpool squad. You can't call probably one or two more players better than him for the year. I thought he could have had a shout too. And
probably put him on the right side.
Yeah, on the right side. Then maybe Mo Salah or Sadio Mane as well for Liverpool. I tell people, Liverpool maybe had better 2019 season than last season, but you still can't take away the fact that they won the title. And they were not given. They won the title fighting for it. Before the Christmas, everybody was saying it would take more than a miracle for Liverpool not to. So I think probably one of them could have played off for either Mane or Mo Salah. But said Gnabry deserved to be there, but it is Ronaldo, Messi. Well, sometimes even if you look at the FIFA 55-man nominees, when I saw Dele Alli in that squad, I knew something was going to be wrong.
Something was definitely wrong. Okay. So you're not part of those making a case for Neymar?
For Neymar, yeah, Neymar's major challenge actually has been inconsistency, and I think he probably showboats too much. If Neymar brings down his head, I think if you're taking out Ronaldo, Messi, okay, maybe it's Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He comes next. In terms of ball handling skills, everything, he is outstanding. But Neymar today will probably just be dancing around to make no impact in games.
A lot of theatrics.
When they expect him to step up, he will just be strolling around the field. Neymar, in terms of talent, I think no one comes close to him among the players in this generation. But in the calendar year, I don't think Neymar did enough. Neymar year came to light in the Champions League at a point, but in the semi-final and in the final, Neymar went blank.
All right. Okay. I'll leave it at that with Bolu. I'll come back to Bolu. There's something he said. I'm going to come back to him. But Segun, you've had time to listen to the other two guys, and I want to come to you now. That list. I know we're just having our own opinions, having a go at it, and having fun while we're talking about all of these things. Is there any player or players that you feel, if you were part of the FIFA Pro guys, would have made your 11, and is not currently on that 11?
Well, I mean, you guys have mentioned someone like Neymar as well, but based on what has been spoken about, Neymar probably doesn't challenge enough to sort of feature in that. And I think the top three for me, they're quite okay. You know, in Messi, Ronaldo, and Lewandowski, very, very tactical and very, very direct players. When you look at, the full squad itself, there's so many areas where you could have chipped in one player or the other. But, you can only choose 11 players. So when those 11 players are chosen, there will be controversial talks about who's supposed to be here, who's supposed to be there. But at the end of the day, you look at the qualities that each of the players bring in. You know, I think they're all exceptional in their circumstances, the areas where they play. The keeper situation was a situation where I would have loved to sort of bring an argument. And, we don't even understand how that sort of happened. So, for me, like I said earlier, maybe Neymar, but then he didn't challenge them enough to be in that score. So, we just have to leave it the way it is and hope, the coming year, other players can come out and strut their stuff as well and put their name in the mix. Once you're in the mix and your name is there at the final 11, the list is there already. We can debate about it from now till, whenever they've already made their decision. So we have to stick by it for now.
All right. Segun, let me just quickly, before we go to the English Premier League results, Manchester United, I don't know the current situation, but I'm going to check very soon.
Rashford has equalized for
Okay, I hear that they've equalized. But let me just quickly come to you. Yesterday, Big Sam Aladyce, once again, on another rescue mission. But I want to quickly ask you, and I'm going to get today's view as well before we get to the English Premier League and take a look at the result. Did you see that coming? I thought Big Sam was done. My opinion, I thought it was done. Was out for a while, and Slaven Bilic got the boot straight away. They went for Big Sam. I thought that was swift. Probably they had the plan. The plan was already there, irrespective of what Slaven Bilic did with Manchester City.
Well, what you have to look at is look at Sam's records. He's never been relegated. First things first. He's been there. He's been tested. He's been trialed. He's always come out on top. And nothing beats experience. I mean, Slaven Bilic tried. I mean, they had a positive result against Man City. They drew 1-1, I believe. Yeah. But these decisions are far looked into. We're going into January. They probably want a manager that's going to come in, that's going to sort of make things, that's going to hit the ground running, make things work quickly, probably bring his own backroom staff, bring in new players, and then forge ahead and get positive results. And this is the time where the sackings start coming thick and fast in December towards January, so that when January comes, everything starts all over again. And when you have a new manager in place, things just work quickly.
All right.
Work quickly for clubs. And for someone like Big Sam, I don't see him getting relegated based on his result, that is. But when you look at the Premier League and when you look at experience in terms of football and other aspects of life and work itself, you still have other managers that are waiting in the wings that don't have jobs right now. And this is the time where they get introduced. So there's a database in place. So if you're in the business, you know who to go for. So Big Sam, until he decides that he's not going to work no more. Even if he gets a job, he gets sacked in 2 or 3 months' time. There are other people that will look out for him if another manager is sacked. Slaven Bilic is sacked right now, but he's coming back again. So it's a merry-go-round for these managers. That's the way I see it.
All right. Okay. Let me get today's thoughts quickly. Today, let's just, talk about Big Sam. A lot of people tout the fact that he's never been relegated with any club in the English Premier League. But how difficult of a task is this West Brom job with their current situation?
Yeah, it's a tough job because the truth is, from where I'm sitting, West Brom are still a glorified championship team. They are in no way or form capable of competing with the big teams in this league, tactically, technically, and also in terms of personnel. Now, Segun brought in a very key point, talking about the fact that Sam Aladyce has a record of never being relegated. Whether you like it or not, it's a fact, and it is a sterling mark on his record. And in a case where you have tried to put out a bushfire like West Brom has tried to do, they're looking for the people who have these kind of records, and they come very high, there are very few people who come more highly recommended in this kind of situation than Sam Aladyce. You have the forest fire, you need someone who can put out that fire. Sam is your man. Now, will he be able to get things done? I think he can. He's very vastly experienced, has excellent contacts in the football industry as well. Slaven Bilic was not giving, do I say, the kind of war chest that he wants in order to reform the team into his own shape. He only spent about £45 million or so. Sam Aladyce is excellent in the loan market. He's a renowned wheeler dealer, as he's known. He can get great players in on a bargain or on a short-term contract in order to build them out. The situation for West Brom now is very clear. Avoid relegation. Can it be done? Possibly. Who can do it? Sam Aladyce. So it's going to be a very interesting next 6 months.
All right. Okay, so welcome back. All right, I still have Tunde Koiki and Segun Jegede with me. So let me just go to you guys so that you're going to, give you the chance to give me your parting shot on the show. First, let me go to Segun quickly. His parting shot, Chris Wilder, how long can he hang on to the job? And do you see Manchester United winning this game?
Well, like everybody knows, I don't think Manchester United will lose this game. In this kind of driving seat, they usually forge ahead and they make things happen for themselves. Now, with the situation of Chris Wilder, We have to look at it in different perspective. It depends on what the direction the club wants to go to. Sometimes the football club don't necessarily have the money that people think they have in terms of sacking managers. Sometimes they probably prepare for life in the championship and they look at it in a way that who can bring us back? Can this manager bring us back? Because there's some sort of financial resources in place from the Premier League for whoever goes to the championship to bounce back. So if they have a 3-4 year plan and Wilder is the president they've decided to go with, then that's what will happen. But in a situation whereby they've got money to spend and they believe they don't want to go down and they have another manager in place, then they will sack him and go for another manager. But, you can't rule one thing or the other out. I just have some sort of feeling that they might just stick with him. That's what my instinct is telling me, because he did really well for them last season. And maybe perhaps they weren't able to sort of fulfill the kind of market they wanted to go into and the players they wanted. So he might have enough time. I just feel they may not sack him. That's just based on my personal opinion.
All right.
But we have to see
wait.
how things pan out.
Yeah, all right. Segun Jegede, I want to thank you for your time on the show tonight. It was nice doing this with you. Hopefully we'll get to do this some other time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Have a good show. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah.